Yeah.
Just kind of walk us through. I mean, you were right in the middle of a couple of those sequences. What did you see first in the ninth that allowed you to score, and then on that game-winning phase?
Yeah, main thing is just doing anything I can to help us win, and dropping a bunt down was the best idea, and put it in the right spot, got down the line, and was ended up safe. And anything can happen when you start a rally like that, especially with us. Just looking to put good swings on balls, all that stuff, and then that last inning, he was starting off with soft stuff, so I kind of had an idea going up to the plate, scooted up in the box, and kept my hands to me. Got a good swing off on that first pitch, and watched the rest unfold.
How much confidence did it give you guys knowing that you've been in that spot before and have gone through those experiences in recent weeks?
Yeah, I think it's huge, especially for us being in a lot of close games and being around that type of atmosphere, knowing what our fans are going to be like, and knowing what kind of pressure it is. I think it's really helped us a lot, and we've been able to just move through those moments and kind of calm your breath, calm your mind down, and just do what you do and do whatever you can to help the team win.
What was the approach against Michigan State's starter? How did you guys want to handle him? How did that go?
Yeah, the main thing we wanted to do, we just wanted to take away his fastball. We knew he had a pretty good fastball, so if we could take that away, we could adjust to the off speed, and we'd be on time for that stuff. So biggest thing was just taking away his fastball.
You got a couple outings where you go multiple innings, and how did that prepare you for a night like tonight? And what was your reaction going out there for the 10th, just with a spot like that for you to show up for your guys?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what he said, we've been in a lot of close games over the last couple of weeks, so it's been good. It was a good experience for me. Like, I felt pretty much at home. I mean, just do whatever it takes to help the team win. I mean, just go out there and get as many outs as you can until someone takes you out. So, I mean, yeah, I felt pretty comfortable out there. I've been out there a bunch of times in those situations.
Luke, with the kind of unique setup with the tournament, I mean, what was kind of the plan pitching-wise for you guys? Was it just whatever you kind of needed to do? Or?
Yeah, so obviously we're Tuesday, Friday, so whatever we needed for the bullpen, I mean, it was all hands on deck today, and guys answered the call, so it was great.
What was your perspective on kind of that walk-off right there at the end?
Rob, I was sitting right next to Rob when he was about to go out there, and I know Rob, and he's had one walk-off this year, so once he got up, I was all confidence in him and saw the first pitch and drove it to center field, so yeah, it was great.
You described just the emotional swing in the ninth, too, and the line drive. You probably expect it to be caught. It's not. I mean, what's going through your mind just in that few seconds?
I don't know. It's hard to answer that. I kind of blanked out in that moment. I mean, it was kind of like, oh, no, and then, oh, yes, in like a couple seconds. So, yeah, it was a swing of emotions for sure.
You hustled out once, Coach, tonight, down the line. You do that all the time, but tonight, it just seemed that energy was there a little more when you really needed to have it. That was like in this work.
Yeah, I mean, this guy right here, I mean, he sparked us. He had a big walk to lead off an inning, and then just I believe had one strike on him, maybe on the bunt there in the ninth. A lot of confidence in his ability to handle the bat, and like the second bunt, we pinch hit it for Heligzo there with Stokes and gave him the first pitch, and I was sitting there thinking, man, I should have left Heligzo in if I was going to bunt, and then we bunted for a hit. Obviously, it almost worked out. Stokes laid down a perfect one, but yeah, I mean that's part of the game, and we weren't knocking the fence down tonight, so we needed to move the runners around, and obviously that last swing at the end was a thing of beauty.
Robby, this is obviously not your first walk-off this season, but just with all the stakes of this tournament, just how sweeter did it feel to see the teammates coming at you when you put your arms out?
Yeah, it felt amazing. Just being able to see my teammates have my back and me having theirs. It's just kind of a full circle moment. Just kind of relaxing, trusting my routine in the box, knowing what the pitcher's going to do, and just going up there and getting the job done and doing anything and everything I can to help us win ball games.
Dylan Carey with the double play, and obviously the big hit because he scored the run. Late in games, he's just nails, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge double play. I mean, not an easy one either, and he makes a lot of plays look easy that just aren't. No hesitation there on that one. Really, really big play there, and yeah, just a big swing to get us going, moving the baseball in a big spot and providing a spark for us.
Will, did you kind of have to compose guys a little bit after that swing there in the ninth and kind of the way things changed?
Not really, no. I mean, we were, this team's seen an awful lot this year. So, it was nothing new for us. Just keep going.
Any more questions for players? Okay, Robby and Luke, thank you very much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys so much.
Will, how much did you guys have to deviate from the pitching plan tonight, or was there much of one and it just kind of was adjust how as needed?
Well, we deviated in the fact that I didn't anticipate going to Tuck in the third inning. I thought the game called for it. Obviously, the situation called for it. Just a do-or-die game. Ty lost his command there in the second inning, and after we had scrapped a run across the board, and we needed to go in a different direction there. But really, after that, it set up the way that we kind of drew it up, just in terms of going to Tucker, Chris still behind him, and then Broderick. Again, I didn't necessarily think 3 1/3, but the game called for that too. I mean, it was, not holding anything back in that situation, and we've brought him in mid-inning before, but he was great. I mean, I think that had to have been the longest outing of the year for him. He was nails, and the whole bullpen, obviously, no earned runs, 8 innings, so that's a difference maker for you.
Robby said it's going to be the one that's remembered, but for Case Sanderson tonight,
Yeah.
just come up in big spots. How have you seen him grow over the last year?
Yeah, I mean, he's always been a gifted hitter. I think we've seen him kind of at the back half of this year. He's starting to turn the field a little bit more, where he's pulling the ball a little bit more and swinging a little bit more aggression. And he's going to become more of a run producer when he does that. And obviously, he came up in some huge spots tonight, and it took some really, really big swings.
With all the stakes of the tournament, the new format, just what did it mean to go back out there after kind of getting lucky in the bottom of the ninth and to be able to rally back and walk it off? What does just that mean after the game tonight?
Well, I mean, it's just that's what I told the team, and you've watched us play this year. We're far from perfect, but we don't back down from the fight, and we get backed into a corner, we tend to come out swinging. So there were a lot of moments in that game where it wasn't going our way. We just stayed in it, and that was kind of indicative there at the end, where it looked like we were getting ready to win. I mean, Brumball's ball, if it's another couple of feet to the left, it gets in the corner, and it's game over there. But wasn't to be. But, we said that's why you keep playing. You set up another inning. Broderick, did a nice job. I think he got to 3-1 on the leadoff hitter there. I mean, and Sanderson makes a great play at first base. I mean, that's a kind of a hidden big play in the game as well. So made enough winning plays there at the end after making it hard on ourselves early in the game with some silly stuff.
Coach, you talked a little bit about Robby's offense, but you made a really nice play in the
Yeah.
second half of the game there. Can you talk a little bit about just what a luxury it is to have him out there in right field?
Yeah, he's a center fielder playing right field, and you're in a huge ballpark like this. I mean, it's a luxury to have him and Silva out there running balls down. I mean, they're two fastest guys on the team, and I think what you've started to learn about Robby is he's a fearless player. He loves the moment. He wants to be there for the team, and he's going to go run through a wall to make a play. He's going to do whatever it takes, and there's a big play in right field.
What was the key for hanging in against their starter?
I thought we were ultra competitive against him. I thought our game plan, I thought we were able to execute it. We were really tough with 2 strikes, particularly the first time through the order. That made him throw a lot of pitches. And we were able to crack, and we ended up getting 3. Had a chance to get more, but we got him in the bullpen probably earlier than they had wanted to. And that ended up being the difference in the game. But I thought our offensive approach against one of the best arms in the country was pretty darn good.
You talked about being in a playoff mode for about a month now.
Right.
What about crawling back from the slow start? Has maybe made this team a little bit different than teams you coached in the past?
Well, it's just the urgency has been there, And look, when we lost McConaughey, human nature is just to kind of you get down for a second, and we had to fight through some things, and obviously we lost Tucker as well, and the offense wasn't going at all early in the season, and for the last 30 or so games, I mean, I've seen a fight in this group. We fought to get here. when it looked pretty bleak. I mean, 2-7 and 15-20 looked pretty bleak, and there's not a whole lot of teams, in my estimation, that are going to stay in the fight the way that these guys have. And I think tonight was kind of a microcosm of what our season's been. Not perfect, not always aesthetically pleasing, but all I can ask as a coach is that these guys give everything they have, and they do. And so, win or lose, I can accept that.
Coach Riley Silva being inserted at the top of the lineup, it seems like once that happened, the team caught a spark. I mean, the team's played very well since he's been up there. Talk about his approach.
Yeah.
Like, what is it about him that helps him end up on base all the time?
Well, he gets hit by a lot of pitches. That's a good start. He's on top of the plate, and he doesn't move out of the way. He doesn't strike out much, so he's constantly pressuring the defense. And he's obviously got plus speed. So, we felt like between him and Robby, they're pretty interchangeable. I mean, I could put Robby in the leadoff spot, and he's done a great job. I moved Silva up there because he was swinging a bit better at the time. Those guys are table setters. They know their roles. He's hit there at the top of the order quite a bit. It just depends on what part of the season you're in and what the game calls for at times too. And we've kind of had a few different identities with this group. I mean, honestly, the injuries and illnesses to Stone and Butenbeck have kind of forced our hand to play a little bit different than we were when we were kind of slugging a little bit more. So, again, a winning player, Riley Silva. He's a winning player.
Early impressions on the Oregon Challenge?
Well, I haven't dove into them too much, I'll be honest. But I know they're physical, athletic. We're going to face a really good arm. They won the league for a reason. It's going to be a tall task. But I guess the thing about this season, we've played a top 25 schedule up to this point, and we've seen, we kind of talked about that before tonight. I mean, we've seen a ton of unbelievable pitchers this year, a lot of really, really good teams, nothing new, right? Oregon's going to provide an unbelievable challenge, obviously. But, we'll come out and fight, and, we'll do everything we can to win the game, I can assure you of that.
How much of a confidence boost does it give you knowing you're able to get to Joe a little bit tonight when you look ahead to Oregon? They have a couple tough lefties at the top of the rotation.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we've going all the way back to the second game of the year with Vanderbilt. I mean, we're facing a lefty going 94, 96, and we were able to get him out of the game early, and you just take confidence from each one of those outings. We punched LSU, early in the season as well, and got up 5-0 on a guy that's had a pretty darn good season. I mean, we've faced a lot of really good arms and done pretty well against them. So again, we'll put our best foot forward. I mean, it's going to, like I said, tall task, unbelievable arms that they have over there. Coach Waz has done an awesome job, and we're gonna have our hands full for sure. But our guys are not going to back down from a fight.
A little bit of a luxury to be able to rest some of your guys over the next couple of days, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the way it lined up, 50 from Timmerman, 41 from Drew, and 47 from Broderick. But they don't have to throw again until Friday, so they'll be ready.
Talk about the toughness a guy like Tucker showed. We know what he came back from earlier in the year. Probably wasn't expecting to get in as early as he was today, but
Yeah.
he comes in and gives you a few scoreless innings.
Yeah, and he had a tough, outing last week against Purdue too, and didn't back down from the challenge tonight, and came in a situation where they were kind of rolling early in that game, and he was able to stabilize it for us. So Tucker's a tough kid. I mean, he's coming back from a broken eyeball and face and nose and everything else that he had. I mean, it was a pretty gruesome injury. A lot of guys would have missed the entire year, and he's still standing.
Do you have any outlook on Stone for this weekend, or are you still waiting to see what that?
Stoney's he's feeling a lot better. I think we're going to get Booten back by the end of the week as well. So maybe a couple of guys that we haven't seen, they'll be more ready to go Friday than they were today for sure.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.